the one from the Aerosmith video.
Is it the boombox over the head thing?
No. That's Say Anything. I know that one. No, oh my God! And I think the lead character in it is called Cher, and Paul Rudd is in it. And I think Cher is probably the
Almost Famous.
No.
Clueless.
It was a comedy.
Clueless.
There you go. Yeah, wasn't Donald Faison in Clueless as well?
Yes.
I think like every single girl that ever sees him on Scrubs, like, oh, so great, I loved him in Clueless.
Well, my girlfriend freaked out because during one of the breaks, he was singing that Poison song. That girl is poison. Bum 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 bum. You know that Belle Biv DeVoe song.
I still DJ live sometimes, DJ AD on the ones and or twos, and there's something about that song where I can just throw it on, and right from the people are like, oh, hell yeah, that's my jam, and the place explodes. It's kind of like a cheap parlor trick to break that song out while you're DJing live. It's almost unfair, It's like people like will get on the dance floor, and it's just like it's like having a smart bomb in a video game. Like you gotta save it and use it exactly the right time when things are getting kind of grim. But that is a dance floor filler like you wouldn't believe. So the fact that he did that song, that's she probably loved it, right?
All in all, it was really good. Like I asked the girlfriend, I'm like, have you ever seen any TV shows? Because I've seen them all at this point, I think, pretty much. She's like, when I was a kid, I saw According to Jim. And I was like, well, this is going to be nothing like that at all. I think it's going to be a little better. I never saw According to Jim.
I liked According to Jim. I thought that was a good show. I thought that was kind of funny. Again, maybe, when you're a kid,
I never saw it.
Your tastes are a little less discerning. I thought it was funny. I don't know. Growing up in England, the sitcoms that made it to England were few and far between. So I used to grasp now I'm super glad that I grew up in England and wouldn't have traded the experience for anything. But at the time, I kind of felt like, man, the weather here sucks. People here have bad teeth, and there's all sorts of things about England that you can dislike, and the grass is always greener. So I always felt sort of denied of the Americana that was rightfully mine when I was growing up in England. Everything from the cars to the road signs to, just everything, like the candy. There's no Big League Chew in England, so they have real candy, like the After Eight-Men and the Kit Kat bar. But I, was really upset by the fact that I couldn't, get Garbage Pail Kid stickers, and I couldn't, have all these pieces of Big League Chew and Garbage Pail stickers. Man, if you brought some of that into the American school where I went in England, you were like King S for the entire week, like you really were. So any piece of Americana that came over to England in the form of a sitcom, I kind of grabbed onto, but it was few and far between. It was like Frasier, Seinfeld, but I sort of missed it when it was on in England originally. What else was on?
Hey, baby, I hear the blues are calling, tossed salads and scrambled eggs. Oh,
Frasier, watch that on Netflix. It's hilarious. It's brilliant. Brilliant. Go back, watch.
I don't know what to do with those tossed salads and
they're calling again. I turned down a job. I have very few mistakes that I feel like I've made in my, note the sarcastic air quotes around this word, career. But this is one of the big ones.
Did you get hired for KACL back in the day?
Okay, I wish, but I got it was even better. I got offered a job at KNND, The End in Seattle, the radio station where they filmed The Real World back in the day, the radio station that essentially discovered Pearl Jam and Nirvana back in the day, and it was sort of like my dream job, and just various circumstances around it made it a bad idea to do. But I look at what's gone on with that station, and I look at what it went from being in the toilet when they were trying to hire me to number one with a bullet, and then. Well, I mean, here's a little inside baseball. The program director at the time who tried to hire me was Mike Kaplan, who now programs Alt 98.7 in L.A.
Oh, hello. And, how are you, my friend? Hey.
Yeah. So, the trajectory of the station and the people that worked at the station, and I'd never been on the radio before. I'd been on satellite radio, which, for people that don't know the difference, it's a huge one. In radio, you're competing, and there's certain things you do to go for the jugular and compete with the guy across the street. In satellite radio, you're just sort of hanging out, providing content. It's not the same thing. It's a totally different set of skills. So I was offered this plum job working for an awesome dude, and I turned it down because of a whole bunch of different circumstances that were happening in my life at the time, and that was one of the few mistakes I made. But I remember, to try and woo me into the gig, they took me to the top of the I guess Entercom was it? Were the people that owned it? They took me to the top of the Entercom building in Seattle, and it overlooked everything, and it was cloudy, and you could see the Space Needle. And I swear to God, I had the sound of the Frasier theme song playing in my head. I was like, I love Frasier so much, I could be Frasier, because I was kind of like at a point in my life where a lot of things were up in the air, and Frasier moved to Seattle to start again. But I've always really related to that sitcom. I didn't have a cantankerous dad that was living there or a namby-pamby brother, but nevertheless, it was close enough for me. And I look back at that time and go, just by virtue of the fact that I didn't start and finish every day feeling like Frasier, I messed up by not taking that gig.
Well, you should see Undateable. I'd like to hear your thoughts on it, because I'm still unsure on whether or not it's good. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh, it's good. Oh, that's cool, man. Thank you for sharing the Undateable experience with me. It was one of those things where
I went
it's
on a
just
date to see Undateable.
And what'd they do? They split you up when you got there. Oh, hey, if we were like real radio people, we would like reset right now. Hey, I'm AD. You can tweet me at ADSXE. Over there in the corner is super producer of the stars, Barry Funkhauser. Tweet him at FunkFM. Funkhauser, let's go out of the news.
AD on the radio news time.
Oh, God. I'm so glad that's not us. Yeah. It's exhausting. And people still do it. Like, people I work with still do that stuff.
Okay, 9:27, 33 before 10. Before 10 o'clock hour, I got concert tickets for you. Be caller 5 right now. And if you hear the pug sound, be caller 5, and then we'll give you free tickets to see a band that you hate.
Oh, it's painful. Okay, what's going on in the news?
Jamie Foxx says his national anthem at the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight was, quote, not a sin against America, unquote.
Yeah, as a lot of people said, it's a sin against America. I agree, but it was a sin against music. It was not good. And Jamie Foxx is just like, I think in the same interview, he was like, people need to calm down. It wasn't a sin against America. And people took umbrage with the fact that he put all these sort of like show-offy singer runs in it. Sort of hey things where you point and you know how like those singers always point when they're going for the big notes, so you can be like, oh, this is something that will make us take him seriously as a vocalist. Jamie Foxx, you're not a singer. I mean, you can sing, but that's not what anyone's looking for from you. You're also, just so we're clear on this, definitely not Ray Charles. Stop. He said he's making an album and he's putting the national anthem on it, and he's going to do whatever the hell he wants to it. Oh, the people that say your version of the Star Spangled Banner was a sin against America are going to take it real well when you're like, hey, I'm going to put an album out, and you know what? I'm going to put the national anthem on it. I'm going to do whatever the hell I want to it. Take that, national anthem. You will be subject to Jamie Foxx's creative juices. This is the problem. This is the problem when actors who are essentially empty vessels that help people with real talent and artistic vision achieve what they're trying to achieve. This is what happens when actors start thinking they're anything more than an actor. Because 9 times out of 10, you're not. You're really, really not. Said it before, I will say it again. Empty vessel. Stop talking. In fact, stop thinking. Just show up, read someone else's lines, and collect a check. That should be enough for you.
Sometimes you just know you're done. You're longing for that shining sun. You walk these streets most every day. You're waiting to get washed away. Time won't stop, but I'll stop time.
Hey, AD, I have a question. Are you there?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm here.
I'm in a battle with my girlfriend right now over a word, and I need you to solve this problem.
Okay.
The word is myriad.
Right.
Use it in a sentence.
One of the myriad of problems we have with this show is that there's no one listening.
Okay, that's what I would do, too. A myriad of things.
Yeah.
She thinks, well, I couldn't convince her otherwise. This was our conversation argument in the line last night on Dateable is she thinks myriad is like a adjective that meaning the same as many. So like a myriad listeners we need instead of myriad listeners we need.
So she like I'm
not sure. I don't know how to
and
even
the question
check
is
it.
it a myriad or myriad? Like, is it...
Well, take out the word myriad and put many. And then I think that's... See, it doesn't sound right to me at all.
If only there was some sort of... almost an engine that searched, connected to a veritable superhighway of information with which we could answer this question.
But I'm glad to know you say it the way I say it, which is how normal people say it. A myriad of...
Yeah, whenever people question my grammar or spelling, I always tell them it's an English thing. That they're butchering the Queen's
Damn
English.
It. See, you have that. I
have
can't
that.
use that.
Yeah. I can't say this on the air, but we can say it on the internet air. Someone who understands me recently just tagged me in a picture.
Yeah.
That says, I'm a walking contradiction. I'm humble, kind, and I want to help humanity. But I'm also a pretentious cunt that hates everyone. I've never seen myself summed up better.
Just wanna be washed away sometimes. Wanna be washed away sometimes. Just wanna be washed away sometimes. Wanna be washed away sometimes. Just wanna be washed away sometimes. Wanna be washed away sometimes. Just wanna be washed away sometimes. Wanna be washed away sometimes. You just wanna be washed away sometimes. You wanna be washed away sometimes. You just wanna be washed away sometimes. I hate everybody. I hate everyone. Oh, I hate everybody. I hate everyone. I hate everybody. I hate everyone. Oh, I hate everybody. I hate everyone. Oh God, I'm getting so sick of this. Why everybody gotta be so ridiculous? Serenity now, serenity now. Okay, what if I just burn this whole town down? Everyone's an idiot, but me. It's a cold hard fact, not just what I believe. I want a little quiet, so don't try it. I'll check your ass like a looter in a riot. Shut up, shut up now. Keeping it just gonna make me smile. Shut your whore mouth, wait till I'm done. Oh God, this is why I just hate everyone. I hate everybody. I hate everyone. Oh, I hate everybody. I hate everyone. I hate everyone. I hate everybody. I hate everyone.
14 under the title Demolicious.
Far away, waste away tonight.
All things Green Day, info, music, and more are on iHeartRadio. Keyword Green Day.
And now, a look back at this week in history.
1937, the Hindenburg blew up and burst into flames in Lakehurst, New Jersey. This week in 1941, Adolf Hitler's deputy, Rudolf Hess, parachuted into Scotland on what he claimed was a peace mission. Clearly, these guys are not playing with a full deck. 1945, VE Day was celebrated, marking the Allies' victory in Europe in World War II. Britain's Roger Bannister became the first man to break the 4-minute mile, May 6, 1954. 1961, civil rights activists called Freedom Riders left Washington, D.C. for New Orleans. 1963, the first James Bond film, Dr. No, was released in North America. I'm Chris, and that's This Week in History.
Go ahead, favorite the show, and enjoy AD on the go. iHeartRadio presents AD.
Alrighty then, Funkhauser. Your undateable experience was so interesting that it derailed our succinct reporting of the news.
Yes.
Succinct.
Succinct.
I grew up a reader. Readers inherit a lot of mispronounced words because you start using words before you've heard them out loud because you've read them in a book. It's like
You know what makes me feel stupid? Verbiage.
What? Oh no, that's verbiage.
Verbiage. Verbiage.
Verbiage.
Verbiage.
Verbiage.
Verbiage.
News, please.
The new Mumford and Sons album is out.
Yeah.
This is the one with electric guitars and no banjo.
Right. Or as Mumford and Sons fans call it, death metal.